Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a review on the Gigi Hadid palette with Maybelline. And I am so excited to review this for you guys. I have not played with this at all. I have touched a few of the shades because I'm really excited. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to do a full face tutorial using this palette and some other Maybelline products. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, you guys, so as you can see, we have this like holographic, iridescent, whatever you want to call it, packaging that's really common right now. And it's really pretty. It says Gigi Hadid, Maybelline, has a G and G and an H. It is called the Jetsetter palette. That's why there is an airplane right there. On the back, it just tells you what you get in the palette. You get all this stuff that I'm going to explain to you. This palette retails for $29.99 and I got mine at Ulta. I do not know if they are sold anywhere else, but $29.99. This is just a sleeve, unfortunately, although this packaging is really pretty and very like trendy right now, but so is this one. But I hate these stupid sleeves. I'd rather just like have this and be done with it. So anyway, like I said, the super trendy packaging, very similar to the Fenty line and also KKW. So yeah, and then we have the hollow like writing right here. Same thing as the, okay, let's focus. Same thing as the regular box. Hello. It just looks like that. Can you see how I kind of themed today around it? Actually, just kidding. This is one of my favorite sweatshirts and I just wanted to wear it. And it's, come on, it's like the same color. Wow, I'm in a good mood. So anyway, I will show you what is all in this palette. So you open it up. Oh, we're already losing brushes. Sneak peek, it has brushes in it. So anyway, this is what the palette looks like. Comes with a ginormous mirror. You can see my mess on my table. Hello. So it comes with a huge mirror up here, which is definitely a plus because this palette is kind of marketed as something you can take with you. Have an all-in-one traveling essential palette. That's why it's called the Jetsetter palette. So anyway, it comes with, well, first of all, I'll show you the little brushes that it comes with. It comes with this one, which I feel like I'm not going to use at all. And then it comes with a tiny blending brush and a flat brush to like pack on color, or you could use it to line. I think I might use this one, but this one I'm like, the only reason I could see it working is maybe for highlighting, and then anything else is just a no for me because it just like so little and I just don't think I would use it, and the bristles are not soft like at all. So this one we're gonna try and use. We might try and use this, but I think it's probably a pass, but they are cute. So you also, another thing that fell out is a mascara. This is the Colossal Volume Express mascara. I'm pretty sure I don't like this mascara, but we're gonna try it again and just see if I like it or not. I really wish they would have put the Big Shot in with this palette because hello, that's like their best mascara. This is the palette. So here we have two little concealers, which I'm really interested to try out because I love Maybelline concealers, but I don't necessarily like concealers that come in little pot form like this. So we shall see. I usually just like liquidy concealers. Then we have two lip balms right here, which look like really nice shades. One's like a peachy nude and one's like a pinky nude pink shade. And then right here we have a light shimmery shade. Right here we have like a pinky, kind of almost mauve-y shade that's neutral. Then we have a brown eyeshadow, and then we have a black eyeshadow. Those can both be used for eyeliner as well as eyeshadow. We'll see how pigmented they are and if they actually really work like that. This is what I'm most excited about, is the blush, the bronzer, and the highlight shade. In the pan, it looks very peachy and very, very beautiful. But in my viewfinder here, it looks more like icy, which is what I thought it was before I tried it. Or not tried it, before I got this palette. We shall see. That's all that comes with it. I think that is amazing if all the things work well, you know? Another great thing is this slot could fit basically any travel mascara. Let me pick one, see if I have one in here. Yeah, so it fits like any travel mascara. This one's like the what is this? Monsieur Big from Lancome? Yeah. So like I said, I am going to do a full face tutorial, so we're going to start off with my usual primer, the One Heck of a Blot primer from Soap & Glory. Just going to mattify that good old T-zone. So I just take a little, warm it up. Oh, my hands are so cold. Wow. We're going to take the Ulta Beauty Liquid Illuminator in Bright Lights. It's just going to go like on the high points of the face, the perimeters, just to be nice and glowy. Like this. Oh yeah. See that glow? Okay, so now that that's on, we're going to try out these two concealers. This darker one looks a little orangey to me, but I'm also pretty fair right now, so we shall see. I don't know. I originally wanted to do a like no makeup look and just kind of cover blemishes with these, but I don't think they're going to work for that. So we're going to try it around the eyes actually. So I'm going to change in my mind. We're going to put on some foundation first. For foundation today, I'm going to use the Maybelline Dream Cushion Liquid Foundation. This one is in the shade 30. Then for that, I'm going to use this brush. This is the Wet n Wild foundation brush in their new, what is that called? Like brush set? Yeah, brush set. Okay, I just put a little bit of the shade medium in Fit Me Concealer over blemishes so that those are all concealed. I didn't want like a thick, heavy layer of foundation for full coverage. So I just did a little bit of this and then concealed blemishes, and I think it looks really nice. For concealer, I'm going to use this light one right here, and I'm going to kind of warm it up with my finger and just dab it here. Alright, so that concealer is really nice and light. Obviously, this will not cater for deep skin tones, but I feel like this concealer right here is pretty dark. I mean, let's try and use it. It's a good shade. I mean, I could have probably, I guess, used it, but I would have to be a little bit more tan, and then I could see if I could use it as like a spot concealer. But for the light shade, it is nice and like it's covering nicely, so that's good. I'm going to kind of try and blend everything out. I'm just going to set with this Wet n Wild palette, set the under eye area, see how that looks. So the thing I'm most excited for is the face products, so I'm going to use those first. The one gripe I will give is that these are so weirdly shaped. Like, yes, it'll work for this brush, but other than that, I feel like it's going to be difficult for me to dip into, like, the bronzer with the brush I usually use. Look at how big this is compared to those. And why, first of all, why did they put the highlight as the biggest one? Because most people don't go through highlight nearly as fast as they go through bronzer and blush. Usually it's bronzer, then blush, then highlight, because, I mean, you use more bronzer than you do blush, and you use more blush than you do highlight. So that, I just don't think that makes sense. So let me just try this brush. We're gonna dip into this. So there is quite a bit of like powder kick up, just FYI. Here we go. Nope. No. Okay, that's better once it's blended out. Okay, so I'm gonna like squeeze my brush in here. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of lightly feather that on there. It is kind of like a darker bronzing shade, which is good for, I mean, more medium skin tones and stuff, but be careful if you're more fair. I'm really tapping off my brush. This is again from that same Wet n Wild brush set. So I do think the bronzer color is so pretty. Like, I think this looks super nice on my skin. It looks very, very nice. And I am more fair right now. I mean, I'm not like super fair, but I'm not like the tannest. So I think this is a great shade if you're around my skin tone and you like self-tan, and or if you're tanner than me, because I think it works nicely. So we're going to move on to blush. All the brushes I'm going to be using are from that Wet n Wild brush set, just so you know. I am doing a review on that as well. So I'm going to take this blush. Again, like, I just don't understand why they would put it in this thing, because it's only, I can only get it on part of my brush. So annoying. Okay, so we're going to place this on the cheeks. Again, there's quite a bit of powder that kicks up. I'm going to try and show you. Do you see how much powder that kicks up? Just beware. Look at how pigmented that is, though. There's a lot of pigment on this. Okay, I'm just going to kind of blend all that out. The blush is beautiful. There's a little bit of a sheen to it. It's a great shade. I think it looks gorgeous. Okay, now to highlight. So I am going to try and use this brush, I think. Let me, just try and wipe it off. And at least see if you can use this for highlight. Because if not, I'm like, that's just... So we're going to take this gorgeous highlight shade. You can see kind of how it's more pinky peach. Oh, I just dug my nail into it. This is how fragile these are. I like barely hit my nail in this, and it made like a huge dent right there. To highlight, we're going to dip our brush in that same kind of like powdery formula. I don't like this brush. No, can't use that brush. I'm going to use the highlight brush from the Wet n Wild palette because I want to give this highlight a fair chance. Okay. Now that is pretty. It's so like, oh, it's so pretty. It's kind of just like a natural glow. I mean, not natural, because you can definitely tell I have highlight on my face, but it's just like a more, I don't know, it's just like really good for my skin tone. So we are going to start off with their little tiny brush. We're going to dip into this shade right here. So this is more of like a pinky mauve-y shade. We're going to see how this looks on the lid. I can't use this brush. I just can't. I just can't. Again, we're going to use a Wet n Wild blending brush. Wow, that's really powdery, guys. Do you see how powdery that is? With this shade. It's pretty. It's like a neutral mauve shade. Nothing special. I'm going to take some of that bronzer, though, just to kind of show you guys how you could use that as an eyeshadow. Since it is there in the palette, you could use any of these shades as eyeshadows. Any of the blushes, bronzers. That highlight would be gorgeous all over the lid. See, that blends really nicely, even on the lid. Now we're going to take this more like kind of concentrated brush, and we're going to take the brown in the palette just a little bit, because I have a feeling this is going to be pigmented. There's quite a bit on my brush. And we're going to put this, wow, that's so nice. Okay. We're going to put this on the outer part of the eye and kind of smudge it. Okay, so that brown blends, but you have to work with it a little bit, so that one's a little bit more difficult to blend. They're honestly, for how powdery these kind of are when you dunk your brush into it, like how much kickback, there's not that much fallout. I mean, I am tapping off my brush, but I thought there'd be more fallout, which is surprising. I'm going to take like a pencil brush and take the dark brown and just go along the lower part of the lower lash line. Now that looks really pretty. I like that a lot. So now we're going to go into the black and use it to line the upper part of the eye. I am going to use, and then we're going to use this like side of this little tiny brush and put the very top part of it into the black, knock off the excess, and then I'm going to just kind of wiggle it along the lash line. So that just kind of like darkened the lash area. I mean, I think it looks pretty. The shadow is nice and pigmented, so that's good. Okay, I think that looks nice. The only downside to this is I use this and now I can't use the light shade with this brush to like highlight, but that's okay. Now I'm going to take a brush and just fill in my brows a little bit more. I had a little bit through them, but not a lot. Okay, the lighting might have changed a little bit because I had to close the window because there was sun beaming in and there were like little slits on my face. So I just filled in my brows with the e.l.f. What is it? e.l.f. medium brown lock on liner and brow cream. This stuff is awesome. So I just used that. I forgot about it and I really, really like it. It's so easy to use. So now what is next? Oh yeah, I was going to highlight. I'm going to use this light shade right here to highlight. Ooh, that's really buttery. Now I'm going to use the mascara that came with it. This is the, like I said, the Colossal Volume Express Mascara. I'm not sure if I like this one. I know I don't like one of the Colossal mascaras, but I cannot remember which one. Okay, so I think that mascara looks really, really nice. I'm really in love with the eye portion of this look. And the last thing there is to try are these lip balms right there. So let's do that. The only problem is like stuff gets in these. I wish there was kind of like a cover on these cream products. That's my only kind of gripe. Let's see. I'm going to use the pinky shade first and kind of put that everywhere. That's really pretty. It is more like a balm. It's not like a lipstick. I am going to put some of the peachy shade on top. Just because I feel like, I don't know. I like more peachy looks. That's really pretty. Okay, I am actually, ooh, this is going to be fun. I'm going to put a little bit of the highlighter in the center just to make my lips look a little bit bigger. I mean, this does have a sheen to it. This feels really comfortable on the lips. Then you have a little bit more of a like metallic-y shiny lip, which I think looks really really nice because it makes your lips look nice and plump. Overall thoughts, I think this is a great palette for travel like they were thinking. Some things can be improved, definitely. These shapes, I know they were probably trying to be a little bit more unique and different. They were like, oh, I don't want to do squares. I want to do rectangles. Fine, for the highlight, do a rectangle. A lot of people have a smaller brush like this. So, I'm throwing stuff everywhere. This one's easy to dip into. If I did bronzer with a brush like this or blush with a brush like this, that would be fine. But I do blush with a brush like this to fit the apples of my cheeks, not skinny like that. And I do bronzer with a big brush so it's diffused and looks nice, not small brush. So I feel like they missed the mark on that completely because when I use this, I have to like squeeze it in there and it just does not work. They tried with the brushes. I mean, this is okay. Like if I was really in a pinch, I could definitely blend out shadow with this, but I don't think it would look that great. And this one is good for packing on color and for like lining, but I don't know where it stops. So anyway, what I was saying is these concealers I would not rely on for like travel purposes. I don't think they're necessarily the greatest. I would just pack a little Fit Me concealer and use that instead of these ones probably. So those are the main things I don't like. I think all of these shades are gorgeous. I just don't like the what is it? Arrangement. I don't like the arrangement of these and how they sit. I think all of these shadows are gorgeous. This one is kind of like so-so for me. I don't think it's like that great. I mean, I could pack it all over the lid and it's okay. This one is pretty. I would wet your brush if you're going to use it all over the lid though, because it does have a little bit of fallout, but it's really gorgeous as a brow bone highlight and an inner corner highlight. But I also would probably use this again for an inner corner or brow bone highlight because I really like it. The lip balms I think are really nice. I mean, they work really well. If I didn't remember a lipstick or anything, I would definitely wear these for a lipstick. I think they're super comfortable and have great color payoff as well. So also, I do like this mascara. I thought it was one that I didn't like, but I really do like it. I think it looks really nice on the lashes. And like I said, you can put another mascara in there that's like a travel size when this one runs out, because you know it will. The only thing, again, with the alignment of them or arrangement of them, I understand they separated the shadows and the creams, but I really wish there was just something over them, like a little door or something, just to protect them and make it so they don't like super dry out and like get gross and whatever. So that's kind of my thoughts. The mirror is really big. It was really nice to be able to see my whole face and use it while I'm using this palette. So I would use everything in here, but it's not like the concealers are not my favorite, but everything else I think is really, really great. And I would definitely travel with this because I can get this eye look, which is very similar to an eye look I do all the time anyway. So I think this is definitely worth the money because it is like such a good value. I mean, it is a little bit more expensive for Maybelline. It is $30, but you can get some money off when you use coupon codes at Ulta as well. So I think that's it as far as my review on this Gigi Hadid and Maybelline palette, Jetsetter palette. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel down below. And I will see you guys in a video very, very soon. Bye!